hours after the storms, the 12th of August 26. No electricity, no food stores or gas within miles.
Halito Chimachungma. This is Chief Steve coming at y'all with another one. Another episode, a true story. We've got a really interesting one for you guys today, but before we get into it, make sure you guys like and hype this video up. Comment in the comment section. Get really interactive. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. So whenever we drop these bombs, you'll be the first ones to grab them. Now, without further ado, let's get into it.
You know why they not coming out here though? I mean, it's obvious, you know? It's obvious. Gary is full of, you know, us, diversity. Not really diversity, but it's full of black people. Yeah. You know, we the blackest city out here. So they don't want to check on us.
Yeah. They're NIPSCO. Everybody pays them. We don't pay, we get cut off. But when disaster happens, they want to charge us X amount of dollars, but we already paying into this. They got billions, trillions of dollars. We working day to day on paychecks. So yes, they could have did better. They got the money. We don't got the money. They say they supposed to maintenance that yearly. They haven't been out here in a year or two, maybe 3 years. I can't sleep at night because I can't plug my sleep apnea machine up. I can't afford a generator. I'm working on a month salary. So therefore, we need them to either give us generators or get this power up and running. We got a 91-year-old man that lived at the end, almost at the end of the thing. They had to rush him to the hospital. We had an elder lady across the street. She had medical condition. She bedridden. People come out to help her also. So we really need them to work more faster because we don't want to lose no lives if we don't have to. Our governor needs to get his butt out here and see the damage. You going in these other neighborhoods, you need to go through the whole city of Gary.
We do see, like, you know, people trying to give out free food and, you know, just give back.
The community definitely is doing something with the giving back. They've been giving away free food, especially at the Y here. They've been giving out free food to us and showers, hot showers. So it's definitely good that we all coming together finally. Yeah. We just need more coverage for sure. We need to come together as a community and get it together. We won't be struggling as bad as just one person just struggling. If all come together, we'll be good. You know, something like this, they giving out free water, free cakes, and famous people here and stuff. We need that. We definitely need that.
And they were all alike, just have differences. We need more help.
Yes.
You know, all of us.
Yes.
Like, we're humans at the end of the day. Nobody is better than the other person. So we all go through similar struggles every single day. Let's help each other.
I live in Gary, Indiana, but it's been over 240,000 people without power. No lights, no Wi-Fi, can't charge your phone. It's women taking cold showers. Everybody's refrigerators off. It's restaurants closed. My neighbor's been barbecuing meat every night, and his kids outside playing, having fun as fuck in the dark because there's no school. I'm sure y'all been getting that foul smell. I've been smelling in my kitchen, though, so I decided to clean the fuck up. I'm washing my refrigerator out, and since it's off, I'm going to let it air out until the power back on. We've been without power for like 5-6 days now. And who the fuck shot at NIPSCO? And why is somebody going around throwing shit on people? And I know y'all heard about that person that had that damn TV in the McDonald's this morning playing a video game. They said all the liquor stores packed. They say some people got power and some don't. And then they talking about the mayor. But listen, he only one person. So y'all clean the damn trees up yourself. Hopefully the elder's safe. And anybody that's on medication or machine still good. And all the kids that got illnesses get well. We've been outside there at night. But mom always said make sure the house clean first. Mentally, I'm peaceful. I'm healed. I'm fasting. I'm praying. And I'm appreciative of the things I now realize are privileges. And at night, I relax. It's still no power. But I got boxes on. One sock halfway off. I use my tripod to make a lamp for me while I read a book. I'm finna scroll TikTok and Instagram right now, though. Time for some sleep. Sight. I live
Gary, Indiana been without power for almost 10 days now. That's something no city in this country should lack. Honestly, only reason you ain't hear about it is because most of the people living there is black. Gary, Indiana been without power for almost 10 days now. That's something no city in this country should lack. And honestly, only reason you ain't even hearing about it is because most of the people living there is black. I have gotten an influx of almost 100 inboxes straight saying, Gary, Indiana, cousin, could you bring light to it? Y'all, they are without power and nobody is talking about it. Everything else is trending. All these other creators are talking about who did what to who when there is an entire city that has to follow up with their city council and mayor about food vouchers because nobody has food. Everything has literally started to spoil. People are scared about getting robbed at night. There are things going on in Gary, Indiana that are very, very sad. Some people are living by themselves. There are women and children who are going without, and it is not breaking national news. They want to talk about everything else but what is going on in Gary, Indiana. Why? Because honestly, 90% of the people who live there look like me and you. They don't care. Now, they have said that, oh, the government is going to look into it and the president was supposed to look into it, but this has not hit national news. We don't care about what's going on in Diddy jail cell. We don't care about Keefe D. Love Pac to death. But right now, we need to be concerned with what's going on right now. Now, Keith Lee has said that he's going to Gary, Indiana, the first stop on the food tour. And other content creators down there are following us up with the news. But put that in your search engine to start getting it trending on TikTok. We are the ones that bring light and break the news here when it comes to issues about us. Gary, Indiana, we support you. I know a lot of us are very far away, but best thing you could do if you can't get 10 toes on the ground is speak about it. Talk about it like you do everything else, because people need to know that besides everything else going on in the world, that we acting like nothing bothers us, there are people that look like us that are going without. Gary, Indiana needs our support right now. And if you guys could, please drop it in the comments and put it in your search engines to get it trending. Gary, Indiana, we stand with you.
Good morning, America. Today makes day 7 of the blackout in Gary, Indiana. Right now, I'm sitting in line for a food voucher because I don't have any food, and this is like really terrible. They're making us stand in line for a food voucher, which is only $150. And if y'all could see this line, this is really ridiculous. Gary, Indiana, y'all need to do better. Like, for real, for real. Look at this line. Move, cuz you're gonna be in the video. Yeah, move your body. This is just the back of the line. But yeah, like I was saying, day 7 of this blackout in Gary, Indiana. Lord help us. I'm tired of not having no lights, taking cold showers, not being able to get no air, sweating like bullets. Where's FEMA? We need help. I'm sending out SOS. And that's it. Gary, Indiana.
And it's about to be a whole lot of cuss words in this video. So if you don't want to hear it, hey, scroll. Do you hear me? At this point, I don't even know what day it is that we don't have electricity. Before I move my vehicle from my workplace, I put it in there somewhere. Now, you know, NIPSCO is the power company. And I'm not saying bullshit. I am saying I don't work there. I don't know how it go, but I'm just saying NIPSCO, for the people that pay NIPSCO, that motherfucking bill every month be damn near equivalent to that motherfucking rent or mortgage. Do you hear me? They collect. And baby, don't be fucking late. If you had a partial the payment arrangements, all of that shit, baby, don't be late. Now, I don't know the ins and outs, all that extra shit, but for Gary to not have them fucking trees up off the ground and them goddamn power lines and all of that shit, for them to not have that shit all the way together, but all the surrounding cities, and I don't even want to hear shit about because I know y'all gonna cut up in the motherfucking comments. I know y'all gonna cut up about the person shooting at the empty van, but they not gonna broadcast that a Caucasian woman went ahead and had a gun shot up in the air with motherfucking NIPSCO employees all around. They ain't gonna talk about that though. Oh, okay. But this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Because where's the shelters that should be had? Where is all of the pantries? Yes, it's some that's, out there, but where is the people that really do not got it? Do you hear me? The people that really do not got it, who was already on their fucking last leg before the storm hit. And then it's trees still on cars and shit. What the fuck is going? Garbage and trash and all of that shit still outside. Garbage trucks ain't picked up a fucking thing. What Bugs Bunny say on Space Jams to MJ? We need your help. Because what the fuck is really going on? I just needed to vent this morning.
Now that the many of us are learning from social media that Northwest Indiana has been without electricity, water, and food for over a week, let's let another cat out the bag, shall we? Because someone somewhere will tell you that voters do not care about what's going on overseas, that the American people need to focus on home. Northwest Indiana is in the 50-nifty. And in April of 2026, the governor announced a $15 million investment to bring Israeli tech startups to Indiana, which in total will be a $60 million partnership deal. It's almost like for the past couple of years, we haven't been telling everyone that this shit is all connected, and that if you think what's going on over there has nothing to do with your backyard, you ain't been in your backyard. This article is dated for 2023, which it talked about how the state of Indiana purchased $35 million in Israeli bonds. And at that time, the state of Indiana was the largest known purchaser in all of the United States of Israeli bonds. In another article also published in April of 2026, it says officials said the initiative is expected to help Israeli companies establish U.S. headquarters or operations in Indiana. It's all connected. Now that the many of us are learning from social media that Northwest Indiana has been without electricity, water, and food for over a week.
Is this mic on? Yeah, I'll turn this TV up. All right, look, y'all listening to everybody else. Listen to me, man. I'm in the middle of this shit. Y'all hear that? Them generators. Cause the whole hood out. You feel me? Been out for 8 days, bro. Food spoiled. Hot as hell in the houses. Everybody, my mans, motherfuckers got their doors open, guys. Windows open. I'm in the middle of this shit. Like, I'm showing y'all this shit. You feel me? Like on some real shit. And I'm gonna be brief, because everybody's talking about the same thing. But I'm living that. Them 8 days, I'm living that. I'm just being honest with y'all.
This shit is real as it could get right here. My man's told y'all, my nigga Charity told y'all, the Stone Age instantly. Just imagine. Just imagine. Just think about it. Just imagine if all the electricity was going off the world like that. It'll be very much so and more expensive to survive on Earth, bro. I couldn't go that way. I couldn't go that way or this way. I was blocked in all three ways when the storm hit. I play a lot, man, but at the end of the day, man, NIPSCO some cold motherfuckers for this, bro. I play all day, bro, but I'm in this shit for real. Right in the middle of this shit. Y'all hear them generators. And they tell me a video that you done heard. If they talking about the G and you heard the generators in the background, cause that shit real. Hell the fuck hello.
Reported live from my fucking backyard. Natural disaster. Channel 9 News. My fucking backyard. A whole goddamn tree came out the goddamn soil. Welcome to Gary, Indiana. I am known as the Titty Man. We're coming live to show you that a fucking big tree just hit my backyard. Do you not see this? This is a spectacular, bro. This what happens. You gotta stay in the house, man. A fucking sinkhole, damn that. This is like a fucking dungeon. Titty Man in a dungeon? Look at this. Look at this.
What this situation in Indiana is showing me is that social media, when I save us, influencers ain't really having a kind of impact that we think we having, and communicating with each other through social media to get messages out, to get news out in emergency situations is just not reliable. That's what this situation is teaching me. And I do have, you know, some supplies and communication devices in case, you know, the grid goes down or, you know, social media platforms get silenced. But this is really eye-opening, and man, it's just a horrible situation from what I've been able to hear of what's happening in Indiana, in Gary. Let me be specific, in Gary, Indiana.
I remember when Houston lost power and they were sending linemen from all over the country to go help them. And do you guys remember what they were saying was happening in the neighborhoods in Houston? Yeah, they were saying that the linemen were being shot at. Y'all remember that? They were saying that the linemen were being attacked in the black community, and they weren't going to those communities to help them because of that. Well, that's exactly what's happening in Gary, Indiana. And if you didn't know, Gary, Indiana has been without powers for the last 6 straight days. And 2 nights ago, supposedly, allegedly, someone shot at what was a Jeep Cherokee that was being used by a NIPSCO contractor at 1:30 in the morning. And according to the news, black people were outside shooting at them, and so they couldn't go into Gary to restore their power because they didn't want to be shot at. But what the streets are saying is that this motherfucker was in the neighborhood at 1:30 in the morning with his lights out, and no one knew who he was, and they've been robbing people, if you didn't know that, and they thought he could be stealing. They didn't tell you that on the news, now did they? Seems like it's always the same story when it comes time to fixing things in those neighborhoods. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's a narrative. And if you think that it's what happens in our community, you've just lost it. We're not spending all day talking about how we can go and shoot at people. That's just not what we're doing. You're not going to convince me that we're standing outside saying, I can't wait for a NIPSCO driver or a lineman to pull up who's supposed to be fixing the power so then I can blast at them. You're not going to convince me that that's what's happening in my community, the community of people that I speak to every single day. You're not going to convince me of that. Most of us just mind our business and try to stay out of trouble because we know you're looking for us to be in trouble. So you're not going to convince me that every single time there's some major catastrophe and you all drag your feet to go help our community, it's our fault because we were supposedly shooting at you. That's not a coincidence. It's a fucking narrative.
Y'all, we got hit so bad, y'all. Look at my... and I'm stuck here.
I gotta go check on Lou.
We're stuck here.
I gotta go get the dog.
Everything down.
I can't leave him down there.
I can't even leave my house, bro.
We're gonna be all right. It's literally gonna be fine. I'm Aja. This is Carter, and we are still in the motherfucking dark. It's been 8 days, no power, but we have a very notable birthday on the charts. Everybody tell Carter happy birthday. To get him a happy birthday bone, courtesy of all of Carter's fans. Also got him a rope. As you may not know, last night got really crazy. There were a lot of pew-pew shots right outside of my motherfucking door. We actually just heard some coming in. So guess what we did? We went to Bass Pro Shop and got some. Just in case you didn't know, it is motherfucking pitch black dark still in this motherfucking house. Everywhere, actually. You don't even street a street light, do you? Tonight, it's me and the kiddos. So we literally spent all day charging our devices, and we will be actually singing happy birthday to Carter, giving him his special bone that was gifted to him. We will be watching whatever movies are left on my laptop. I'll be using that as a power bank, and no update on where the fuck we are at with power because our governor don't care about the little blue spot.
Look at this. One good thing that is happening. Look at this. Like, we don't got power, but we got love. Nothing else.
So, bitch, we been without power for 9 motherfucking days, and these hoe ass motherfuckers talking about another motherfucking week. Another motherfucking week for what? Ain't you bitches supposed to be a motherfucking expert in electricity, bitch? So what's really going on? The shit is, y'all doing this shit on motherfucking purpose, bitch. I already know what the fuck is going on, bitch. I can see, bitch. Look at this motherfucking shit in the air. That ain't natural. I don't give a fuck what nobody's talking about. The fuck? That's not the natural blue. It's not those are not natural clouds. Yeah. The sun is not supposed to be looking like that. I'm sorry. Can't even see. What is going on? Yeah. We need answers, bitch. I want answers, bitch. Who done cooked all this motherfucking bullshit up? This is war. This is spiritual warfare. It's war. Yeah, and motherfuckers need to get ready. Yeah. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
I ain't never been so fucking irritated in my life. When I say living in Gary is blowing my fucking mind. Everything is off. Everything is closed. Everything, anything and everything that is by me is closed. Ain't no food, ain't no service, ain't no lights, ain't no shit going on around here. I literally have to drive to Illinois for anything. This shit is so horrible. And I'm not even gonna lie. For Eddie Milton to be our goddamn mayor, we didn't see you everywhere on the social media. I don't know too much of social media with this, besides you talking about stop shooting that NIPSCO. Listen, I don't give a fuck what's going on out here from here. Figure it the fuck out. This shit is driving me up a wall. This is not regular.
This is an urgent warning for anybody living in Gary, Indiana. I know right now you're without power. There's a lot of people desperate. But there's people dressed in all black going around door to door, saying they are from the electric company, saying they are there to help you. I would advise you to think twice before opening the door for anybody during this time. This is a warning that not only was by local police, It's been put out by people. There are people that have experienced. Y'all be safe. And anybody in the world that sees this, feel free to comment and chime in. I know that it's a sensitive topic because somebody did try to assault with a pew-pew the lineman. And I know that sounds insane the way I gotta say that, but I've gotta keep strikes off my record here. Pray for the people of Gary, Indiana, and be safe.
When a city has to open an oxygen refill station because people have been without electricity for nearly a week, that outage is no longer just an inconvenience. It is a healthcare access emergency. On August 11th, a derecho slammed Gary, Indiana with winds reaching 99 miles per hour. About 36,000 Gary Electric customers initially lost power, and 6 days later, Capital B Gary reported roughly 30,000 were still without it. So across NIPSCO's larger Northwest Indiana service territory, tens of thousands remain without electricity even today. And now we are beginning to see what prolonged power loss means for health. On August 17th, Gary opened a medical oxygen refill station at Indiana University Northwest, specifically for home oxygen patients affected by the storms. Gary Fire Chief Larry Tillman told CBS Chicago that crews had also been responding to numerous downed trees, gas odors, and generator fires. ABC 7 spoke with one Gary woman who had been without electricity for 6 days while caring for her paralyzed son. Another resident with neuropathy described struggling to get around and obtain a generator. Some residents using private wells lost running water because their electric pumps could not operate. Healthcare facilities are affected too. Methodist Hospital says that power has been restored at its North Lake and South Lake hospitals, while its latest publicly indexed notice still says that the Mid Lake campus remained without utility power. Franciscan Health also announced temporary closures affecting Northwest Indiana physician offices and express care locations because of the outages. Paula Plabansky, who's 58, was killed in Gary when storm-blown roofing material struck her. Her death was caused by the storm, not the subsequent outage. And while Indiana officials have connected at least 7 deaths statewide to this broader storm emergency, that is not the same as 7 deaths from power loss. What we can ask is why, after days without power and the creation of an oxygen station, nobody appears to be publicly counting the health consequences, because electricity is healthcare infrastructure too.
Oh my God, y'all. I am literally going through it right now. We out here in Gary, we still ain't got no power. It had been almost a week and I still have no power. I have 3 small children. Baby, they are going crazy. I still am expected to be at work, hence where I'm at now, with no power. Once I leave here, I still have to figure out how I'm going to feed my children, how I'm going to go home and get everything together with no goddamn power. So, yeah, what the fuck? And they still have no date or no estimate on when the power's going to turn back on. Fucking ridiculous. And to top it off, they still ain't came and picked up shit. It's still trees everywhere where I live. I still have to drive on the whole other side of the road, drive over poles and some more shit to be able to get to my house.
In case you've been living under a rock, here's what you need to know. In Northwest Indiana, in the Chicagoland area, there was something called a Derecho storm. Derecho. A Derecho storm, I want you to visualize in your mind a football field. And from one end zone to the other, it has to be at least 400 miles long.
What?
Then from side to side, it has to be at least 60 miles wide.
Oh my God.
And this whole football field must move in a straight line for a minimum of 58 to 100 plus miles an hour. That's what came through Northwest Indiana. There are trees uprooted all over the place. It's damaged. It's over 300,000 people without power. I'm one of them. 300,000 people without power. People are scrambling for food, for gas. It's chaotic. So this is what I need you to do. If you live in this area, in the Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area, I want you to put resources in the comments. Resources. I'm talking about where can people go to get power? Where can they go to get gas? Where can they go to get assistance? Because we all we got at the end of the day. This is a resource post. Put in the comments where you know people can go if they live in Gary, if they live in Munster, if they live in Maryville, if they live in Portage, if they live in Crown Point. Where can they go to get gas today? Because 60% of NIPSCO, which is the utility company in Northwest Indiana, 60% of all of their customers currently have no power. So again, if you want to help, or you got resources, or you know where somebody can go, or how you can be of assistance during this time for all of the families that's out there struggling, you got school finna start back. Look, if you even want to help me out, look, I ain't too proud. If you want to help me out, this what you can do. You can text the words, "What's your Cash App?" Text "What's your Cash App?" to 219-299-49. And I ain't gonna say don't argue with your mama and fight these facts on this one. I'm gonna say help a brother out.
A power outage in Gary, Indiana ain't got nothing to do with power. Gary, Indiana is one of the only all black cities left in America. Wake up.
Okay, y'all, this is day 11 for Gary, Indiana. And yes, I live here. I've lived here all my 65 years. So they're doing a giveaway of of cleaning supplies and some food. And it starts at 12. It's presently 11:04. And they've been out here since 8 o'clock this morning with chairs, umbrellas, everything, getting ready. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, there's never any cars on my block because there's only like 5 houses. But here we go. People have been in line for the longest. Starting to drizzle a little bit, but people are all the way down the block in both directions. There's never any cars down here, but everybody's been down here since this morning, waiting in line. Long line at that. Let's see if I can. Okay, I guess I can't. But this is how far back. Hi.
I'm looking at your nails.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so looking all the way back to the far back as this goes, because this is the farm, the church and the farm, where they have goats and chickens and ducks and such. I don't know how to increase the size. I tried. So there's the little goats. And the mosquitoes have declared war, I promise. Like if you walk past... Oh, a bee. Sorry, y'all. That video went bad. So if you walk past like one of the dead trees or trees that's laying on the road, they will come and attack you out of those brush. But yes, they're doing the giveaway, and the giveaway does not start until noon. And they've been out here since 8 o'clock, all the way down the block. They finally had to, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if I can lift it high enough. They have the police now on the premises because it was getting crazy. People cussing and clowning, and this is a church that's doing the giveaway. But this is day 11, folks.
Always a privilege, no matter where we go, what part of the country, just to be able to serve.
Darren Bellinger and his team with 8 Days of Hope drove here from Louisiana, saying their faith called them to Gary to serve families in need.
we're not going to leave until we feel that the need is no longer.
Right across from the WCA of Gary, 8 Days of Hope, NIPSCO, the Urban League, and the Salvation Army and others are handing out food, ice, and water, helping families get through another day without power.
I have a son at home who's, paralyzed as well, too. So it's miserable for him, too, as well. Just not having no Wi-Fi, not having internet, not having air conditioner. But just got to be patient.
For 6 days, Inez Berry has been without power at home, where she also cares for her paralyzed son. With no reliable way to keep her phone charged, she says even the basics have become a daily challenge.
I just usually go to my car, and I just power it up through my car as well, too. Because it go dead so quick.
And Berry is far from alone.
It's been really unprecedented, not just this storm and the size and the magnitude of this storm, but we've had really storm after storm.
Back-to-back storms have tested the patience of families across Gary. NIPSCO says crews are still working to restore power to tens of thousands of customers. But after 6 days in the dark, Berry says she's holding on to the belief that this too will pass.
We've been enduring for a night, but joy coming in the morning. I know it's just temporary.
Look at this shit. Sue they ass. Eddie Milton, sue NIPSCO ass.
Hey y'all, if y'all liking what y'all see, do me a favor, continue to be a star, hit that like button, hype it up too if you have the option. Let the algorithm know that we mean business here in 2026.
Also, don't forget to look for Chief Steve on Facebook and Instagram. Chief Steve on Facebook, chiefsteve.yt on Instagram.
Before I close this video, I want to talk directly to my people, to my brothers and sisters in Gary, Indiana, to the elders, to the mothers, to the fathers, to these babies, to the families who have been sitting in homes without electricity, wondering when somebody is finally going to get their lights back on. We see you. And that's why I wanted to make this video. Because sometimes, if we don't tell our own stories, if we don't turn our own cameras on, if we don't share what our own people are experiencing, the rest of the world can move right along like nothing is happening. But something is happening in Gary. People have been struggling. Food has spoiled. People have been trying to find ice. People have been trying to keep medicine cold. People who depend on electrical medical equipment have had to figure out what they're going to do next. You've got babies who need to stay cool. You've got elders who can't just pick up and go somewhere else. You've got people with disabilities and special needs who depend on electricity for basic parts of everyday life. And when the lights stay off for day after day after day, this ain't just an inconvenience anymore. This becomes a health issue. This becomes a safety issue. This becomes a community emergency. And we've checked the rumors, we've checked the reports. And yes, there was an incident where a NIPSCO vehicle was struck by gunfire. Let me say this clearly. That was wrong. Nobody who's coming into a neighborhood trying to restore somebody's electricity should have to worry about getting shot. Those workers have families they want to go home to as well. But we also cannot allow one act of violence to become the story of an entire city. Gary is bigger than that. Those families sitting in the dark didn't do that. Those babies didn't do that. Those elders didn't do that. The thousands of people trying to survive didn't do that. And restoration eventually has to continue. So while we condemn violence, we also continue asking the question, why did so many people have to wait this long? What failed? What needs to be repaired? What needs to be upgraded? And what is going to be done differently so our people don't have to experience something like this again? Because this is where that village mentality I always talk about becomes real. A village is not something you talk about when everything is good. Everybody can talk about community when the lights are on. Everybody can talk about unity when the refrigerator is full. Everybody can talk about cherishing your people when everybody is comfortable. But you find out whether you really have a village when the lights go out, when somebody's refrigerator stops working, when somebody needs a generator, when grandma needs her medicine kept cold, when somebody needs gas, when somebody needs food, when that mother down the street has 3 babies and she's trying to figure out how she's going to make it through another hot night. That is when the village matters. And that's what I'm seeing our people do. Our indigenous, copper-colored people, our copper-colored Aboriginal folk are doing what we've done generation after generation. We're pulling together. We're sharing resources. We're cooking. We're feeding people. We're checking on our elders. We're checking on our babies. We're opening doors. We're bringing supplies. We're helping neighbors. We're surviving together. And I want to salute the people doing that work. I want to salute every local brother and sister in Gary who has been out there helping somebody and never turned a camera on themselves. I want to salute the churches, the businesses, the volunteers, the organizations, the neighbors, the men carrying the cases of water, the women feeding the families, the people checking houses, the ones charging somebody's phone, the people giving somebody ice. Those are the heroes too. And I also salute people like Keith Lee and everybody else who said, I see what's happening in Gary, and I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to show up. That's what this is supposed to be about. If you've got influence, use it. If you got money, use it. If you got resources, use them. If you've got a platform, use it. If all you got is 2 hands and a vehicle, then maybe you can carry something to somebody who needs it. Everybody has something they can contribute to the village. And this is another reason I've been telling my people we have to pay attention to each other. Just like how we brought attention to Noah Wells, just like we talked about Alyssa Goods, just like we talked about Mika and Queen. We cannot always depend on somebody else to decide when our people's story is important enough to tell. Sometimes we have to become the media. We have to document. We have to share. We have to ask questions. We have to amplify the people who are actually there. And that's why these videos you're seeing matter. These are people showing you what life looks like from the ground. Now, anytime you're watching social media footage, verify what you can. Every post on TikTok isn't automatically a fact. But don't dismiss people's experiences either. Listen, compare, research, and pay attention. And most importantly, prepare your own household. Because Gary should teach every one of us something. What happens if your lights go out tonight and don't come back on tomorrow? What happens if they're out 3 days, 7 days, 10 days? Do you have water? Do you have shelf-stable food? Do you have flashlights? Do you have batteries? Can you charge your phone? Does somebody in your house use medication that needs refrigeration? Does somebody depend on an electrical medical device? Do you know where your nearest cooling center or emergency shelter is? Do you know your neighbors? Do you know which elder lives by themselves? Do you know which family has a special needs child? Do you have a plan? Because preparation is not fear. Preparation is responsibility. And community is not just something we say. Community is something we do. So to everybody watching this video, I need you to do something for me. Share this. Share, share, share. Don't just hit the like button and keep scrolling. Share what's happening in Gary. Send this video to somebody. Talk about it. Check on your people. And if you're close enough and you're in a position to legitimately help, support reputable people and organizations that are already doing the work on the ground. Because when one part of our village is hurting, the rest of the village should know about it. To Gary, Indiana, to our Indigenous American Indian people, our brothers and sisters, to those elders sitting in their homes, to those parents trying to keep their children comfortable, to those businesses trying to recover, to everybody who have been helping somebody while struggling themselves. Chief Steve sees you. We see you. Turtle Island sees you. Keep looking out for one another. Keep building that village. Keep documenting. Keep preparing. Keep speaking. And above all, keep taking care of our people. Tatachista, I cherish you all. Yukoki, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.